Hello and welcome to Vinyasa Yoga with me, Yogi Cecily, here on this Wednesday in the middle of February. How are you doing out there? So we're back for Vinyasa Yoga. I got a few more things settled out on my new set, but I want to go ahead and broadcast and get more classes out to you all. I am finally horizontal, not like last week where I was sideways and upside down, so that's a plus. We're here for Vinyasa Yoga. I've got my yoga mat, I've got yoga blocks, and hey, I also am wearing one of my favorite sweatshirts that one of my students got me, and it is a sweatshirt showing all black ladies, black and brown ladies practicing yoga. And so I just want to take this moment to acknowledge all of the black and brown ladies and men out there teaching yoga. There are still some people who don't believe we do yoga, don't believe we teach it for sure. So when we meet each other, when you encounter a black and brown yoga instructor, you know, give them props, give them acknowledgement. We're a little bit sometimes fighting upstream to get recognition in this format at yoga. Yes? All right. Now, here for Vinyasa Yoga on Wednesday on Facebook. Welcome again. And I want to remind everyone on Mondays, I'm on Instagram. That's Instagram.com/Cecily_Yogi. And you can see in the description here for all of my classes, they're donation based. If it so pleases you, I appreciate that. That's Venmo.com/Cecily-guest. And of course, you can find more Vinyasa Yoga on YouTube, youtube.com/C/Yogi Cecily. All right, are you ready for Vinyasa? Yes, 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 yes. Let's come on into downward facing dog. Now, what do I want to do today is, boy, oh boy, get in and get out of what might be considered some advanced positions. Now, let's think this through. It's really just where is your ability in a pose. Let's go from here into child's pose. You see the nice bend in the knees, the hips go way back and the arms go way out. And downward dog, inhale, exhale. And back to child's pose. No biggie. Inhale, exhale. Yep. And again, downward dog. Inhale, exhale. Oh, and child's pose. Inhale, exhale. This is Vinyasa Yoga. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Don't worry about the fullest expression of the position. And one more. Inhale, exhale. Think about the breath in between each position. Child's pose. Inhale, exhale. Lift up, step your right foot forward. Yes. And grab your two blocks. Great. We're going to bend the front knee, bend, but check this out today. We're going to sit all the way back on the left heel and straighten out the right leg. See, I'm going to fold the blocks back. And forward, inhale, exhale. Now, some people might consider that a little advanced. There's a lot of bending in the knee, a lot of bending in the left knee, and obviously we're getting this forward fold over the right. And three more. Three, inhale, push back, exhale. I'm flipping the blocks, and two more. Two, forward, inhale, push back, exhale. And I don't want you to worry if you're not going all the way back like me. That's all right. Push back, exhale, that's okay. Love you anyway. And forward, inhale, and push back. Now, see here we also kind of discover if we need something. Do you need a blanket under that knee? Do you need a towel or some cushioning? If you're feeling some discomfort around the ankle bones, you know, that's a little bit to be expected. I'm going to set this block aside, get this one out in the front. Some folks, just with your hands on the ground is fine. Just getting your elbows down. Some folks might consider that advanced. Of course, you can always reach out for the forward block and pull. 3, 2, 1. Awesome! And downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Good, good, good. Let's bend the knees. Get the left foot forward. Hinge. 5. Sit all the way back. Nice. And 4, forward. I love it. And back, sitting back, back, back. Look at the bend in the knees and the fold in the body. Forward 3. I don't want you to think advanced. It's just where in the range can I meet the pose? 2, right? We try to work to meet the pose. And forward. Yes, yes, yes. And back. Where can I meet this pose? Do I need to move these blocks around? Do I need a block back with my hips? I'm sitting back on something. Take one more forward and back. See? It's almost like Triang Ekapada Paschimottanasana. That's a pose with a very long name. And we get out here and then we pull. 4, breathe, pull. 3, breathe. 2, and 1. Great. And downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Gonna set the blocks aside. And we're moving. Downward facing dog. Look, everyone, please bend your knees. Inhale, exhale, straighten the legs. Walk your hands back to your feet. Walk out, inhale. Bend the knees. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Yes. And out and bend the knees. Well, we do it again. Walk your hands back to your feet. Back, back, back. Now, you might only be able to get here. That's all right. That doesn't matter. And bend. And 2 more. Walk it back. Meet the pose. Where can you get flat hands? And out. And bend. No big deal. And once more here, we walk it back. Okay. Do you need a block to walk your hands further back? If you need one, then grab one. Forward fold, flat hands, 5. Looking for something deeper, 4. We reach the hands back. Yeah, what's wrong with reaching back? 3, this idea like, I can actually get my hands behind my feet. Breathe. 2 and 1. Good. Walk out to all 4s. Nice. Lift up. Inhale. Sit back, hero's pose. Back bending, the camel's pose. Let's take it in stages. Up. Left hand back, twist. Inhale, sit back. And up. Right hand back, twist. And sit. See how we're doing this? Not even worried about back bending. It's mostly twisting. Yes, and sit. And up. It's mostly twisting. Yes, and sit. One more. Left hand back. I come up. I twist and touch. And sit. And again, up. Twist and touch. All right. And sit. Downward facing dog. And we're moving. Don't worry about it too much. Okay. Good, good, good. Take your left leg. Lift. Step it forward in the lunge. Do you need a block? Do you need a block underneath your right hand? Okay, I'll buy that. And then place the left hand, left thigh. Drop your right knee and then the left hand up. Twist and touch. Good, and down. Up, twist and touch. Inhale, exhale, down. All right, again, up, twist, touch. Don't even worry about grabbing that foot. And up, twist and touch. And down. Do you need a blanket, a towel underneath your knee? If you need those things, now you know. And always have those things handy. Always have those things ready. Okay, great. Set the block out of the way and downward facing dog. Yay. Okay, I have to blow my nose. You stay right there. Don't go away. I'm just blowing my nose. Off screen. No one's dying. Nothing bad is happening. Don't leave your downward facing dog. Hold your downward facing dog. Hold that. Great, great, great. And here now, the right leg is going to lift. and steps to the outside of the right hand. Do you need a block underneath your left hand? So be it. Yes, we're going to drop the left knee. Right arm, lift, twist away from me, twist and touch. Oh, and down. Can we get the right elbow back down to the ground? Maybe. Lift and twist and down. But if it doesn't go down to the ground easy, lift, twist and touch. Turn your block so that it can touch the block. 2 more. Up, twist and touch. And down. So we've got one hand flat and then the elbow touch. And then up and twist. That feels good. And elbow down. Great. Downward facing dog. So already, like I said, I want to build this class sort of like, well, okay, there are these advanced poses, I guess, but everyone just work to meet the pose. That's all you can do. That's all you can ever do. We're going to walk the hands back to the feet. This time with bended knees, hold on to your ankles. Bend your knees, look forward 5 times. Forward. Inhale. On the exhale, hold onto the back of the calves and ankles and bow down. And 4. Inhale, exhale, bow down. Right? And 3. See, inhale, exhale. Now, some people, you're going to straighten out the legs and you won't be able to bow down so much. Don't even worry about it. Just hold on to the ankles. 2. Inhale, exhale, bow down. And a 1. Yes, yes, yes. And inhale, exhale, bow down. Awesome. Walk out to plank. Yes. And then downward facing dog. We like it. Right leg lift, please. Right foot step through. Stand all the way up. We go to the left side. Downward facing dog. Good. And then left leg lift. Now this is big vinyasa. These step throughs, slow step throughs, big up and overs. Pivot through the feet, downward dog, right leg lift. So we're moving, right foot step. Yes. Big up and overs, broad stance, pivot through the feet, downward dog, left leg lift. Yes, yes, left foot step. And up and over. This gets us going, gets the heart rate elevated. Right leg lift. Right foot step through the hands. Stand all the way up, legs wide. Pivot through the feet. Left side of your mat. Downward dog. Left leg lift. Left foot step through to a lunge. Stand up, wide stance. Arms in the letter T. Downward dog on the right side and hold. Good. And bend the knees and child's pose. Let's just practice alternating steps. Practice those alternating steps from here. So step the right foot through, 1. And back. Left foot through, 2. And back. And right foot 3. And back. Now, do you need blocks for this maneuver too? Yes. Do you need to lift your hand up to make it happen? That's okay. 4 more. And back. That's okay. 3. And back. Again, it's not whether something is advanced or not. Right? Can you meet the practice where it is? Downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, exhale. Let's do those last pieces again. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees. Hold on to the calves and ankles. Inhale. Exhale. Bow down. Good. Bend the knees. Walk out and breathe. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back. Nice. Bend the knees. Look up, inhale. And then exhale. Say, I'm going to hold on to the bottom of my feet even. Holding on to the bottom of the feet. Straighten the legs. Look at the elbows will bend, bow down. And hands out. Walk out, bend your knees and breathe. Good. And down dog. Yes. Walk the hands back. Bend the knees, hold on, inhale, ooh, exhale. See, this forward fold, so important. and walk out to bended knees. Just breathe, no big deal. No big deal. Once more. Downward dog. Walk it back. Bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, lengthen and straighten. Long legs, bow down. Okay, great. And walk out, bended knees, inhale, and then downward facing dog. All right, right leg lift. Right foot step through. Stand up, broad stance, arms in a letter T. Left side, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Left leg lift. Left foot step. Standing up, wide stance, arms in a letter T. Right side, downward dog only. So are you feeling like, oh, she's not doing Chaturanga? That's right. Sometimes I think we just do too much of that. Down, left leg lift. Left foot step. Up and over. Honestly, if we just did this hundreds of times, like 100 times a day, our vinyasa would be so much better. If we let go of some of the Chaturanga, really focused on smooth stepping. We got 2 more for us here. And downward dog, left leg lift, left foot step. Good, up and over. We're just warming up. Downward facing dog. Great. Bend the knees, sit back. Awesome. I want to go back to the camel. Camel pose presents so many issues for us, so we're going to come up. We're going to go left hand back. We like that. Right hand, reach for the wall behind you, not the ceiling. Reach for the wall behind you, not the ceiling. And then sit. Exhale. Come up. Yes. Right hand down, twisting. Now reach for the wall behind you, the wall behind your ear. Yes? Behind your ear. Reach. And have a seat. All right, so it's intensifying. It is. But I'm not having you fall back. You notice that? Come on up. Here we are. A lot of folks, camel, think that it's falling back. It is. I mean, you know, ideally you want to fall back. But I'm trying to cheat. I'm trying to say, let's not look at the ceiling at all. Don't look at the ceiling. Look sideways and down. Okay? Now touch your ear. Now reach for the wall behind you. Yes. Now you can look at the ceiling. Oh, and you'll even see the wall behind you. Come on up. See how this is? I'm going to twist. I'm not going to look at the ceiling and touch. I'm going to put this hand on my ear. I'm going to reach for what's behind me, and then look at the ceiling. Yes, good. Downward facing dog. Do you love it? Say yes. I know you do. We're going to try left leg lift. Step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Good, good. Once again, drop the right knee. Okay, this time we are just going to bring the right elbow down. Do you need a block? Okay, if you do, use it. If not, lose it. You can come down in here. So good, so awesome. Now, bend the back leg in. Yes, gonna bend here. Where are you? There it is. Gosh. Now, look at this twisting. Twisting, back bending, looking up at the ceiling. Breathe. 3. Roll back. Breathe. 2. Roll back the left shoulder. Yes, yes, yes. And 1. Downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Well, what makes something advanced? I was teaching last night and I said, okay, look, it's not complicated. Sometimes things are complicated and that could make it advanced. And some things are just physically rangy, like the range is the challenge. Yeah. So here we are. We're going to bring the right elbow down. Do you need a block? Now I would say this is complication. This is like, oh, okay, this is kind of pretzel twisting here. And I'm going to turn my entire back to you. Just reach back along the body and find the foot. Now, I'm saying this is complexity because of the twisting. So almost every joint is getting a little bit of an interesting challenge because of the twist. Big quadricep stretch. Then downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. All right, well, we like that. We like that a lot. Let's come on down and sit back. Good. Going back and forth, back bending and forward folding, back bending, forward folding, quad stretching, hamstring stretching. So we're going to stretch the forward hamstring again. Let's get the right foot out in front. Half splits, Ardha Hanuman Asana. Well, all right, here we are. Breathe into it. It's not complicated. See, here we're not complicated. Just always trying to extend the body. Some folks will have a very, very round back. If your back is super, super round, can you believe? If it's very round, lift up. You'll be better off lifting up and trying to go forward. Yep, if your back is very round. Your long back, eventually the elbows will come down. Eventually you'll come lower. But if you have a very, very round back, you want to try to get rid of that. Let's go to Prasarita. Pada Tanasana. Turning on the toes. Look halfway up. Yeah, good. Let's go ahead and stretch down. Both hands, both ankles. So left hand, left ankle, right hand, right ankle. And we're going to hold here and go back and forth between two different things. Now, look up, hands forward, turn your heel bones in. Bend your knees, place your elbows on the thighs. Some folks will call this a sumo style squat. Sumo squatting, great. Now we want to go back to Prasarita. So I'm going to spin the heel bones out, dive the chest and shoulders down and forward and reach out for the ankles. And now my head, my face is getting lower to the ground. Hands to the front, look up. Wiggle your feet in squat. Place the elbows on the thighs, bring the chest up. Hip sockets, hip sockets, hip sockets. See, I'm trying to use the elbows to press the knees out. Bring the chest up. Sumo style squatting, good. And now reverse. Look at the reverse. I lean forward on the tips of my toes. I spin the heel bones out. Maybe set my legs out even a little bit wider. What? Yes, wider. Why not? 3. Oh, boy, boy, boy. 2. And 1. I want to do this 2 more times. Each time, getting wider. Wiggle in and squat. This is what I want to show you today. By working on the squat, even though the feet are not as far as apart, by trying to get your chest up and your tailbone down in the squat, starts to transform your hip sockets, inner thigh. Then when you reverse this, the body feels like this is such a relief and so much easier. See, the feet start to work out wider. And up. I have a student, Allison, usually her mom is watching. If Jean is watching, you know, Allison, very, very flexible around the hip sockets. She can just go kersplat. She'll just go bloop, right on out. But everybody can't do that. And so sometimes this is what I'm saying. It's not that it's complicated. What makes a pose advance? You know, for someone like Allison just to go swing right out, there's no challenge. There's nothing advanced. It's not advanced. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. Simple. Right? That's why her body is made to do that. And so for other folks, getting your feet further and further apart, you might suspect that's advanced. Good. Come on up, and we'll turn to the left side of the room. Whoa. Good, drop the knee. We're getting the left hamstring stretch. Yep, good. So if I do a master class, people say, oh, that sounds like a lot of advanced poses. I'm like, not necessarily. Right? If you naturally do the splits, and if you're naturally a backbender, right? Simple. But complexity Complexity tends to really be a challenge for almost all students across the board. Anytime you start to add complexity. So here right now, hamstring stretch, no complexity. You're either up here with a block with a long back or your elbows are down. You're going to meet the pose where you are, right? Good. And then bending, squatting. Let's just do a few more of these. Wiggle the feet in. And we're going to bend. What is the deal here? That the buttocks is coming down and forward, and that the chest is going up and back. All right. Then, as we push out, for lateral splits, the toes turn up. And we're really, really, really trying to get these legs to go way out side to side. Tricky, tricky, tricky. 5, 4, not advanced, but you see I'm having difficulty sitting down here. 3, so I work on this so that eventually the hip sockets will transform. 2 and 1. I'm going to walk forward, wiggle the feet in. Yes, we have to work at the ankles. Work at the ankles. Turn to the right side, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. I like it. Bend your knees to the mat and come on up. Okay, let's scooch forward. All right, we're going to sit back in the heels. Oh, don't be shy, okay? Take your hands back with your feet. Okay. That doesn't seem difficult, Cecily. I know. Just hold on here because this is going to become a very, very deep and far back bend. Yeah, we're going to go all the way back. Not right now. Don't worry about it. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Some of you have gotten the popcorn out. You're like, okay, this is where I stop practicing and I start watching. No. Don't do that. Bend your knees. Meet the pose. Meet the pose where you are. Meet the pose where you are. Now the fingertips are pointed in towards the feet. And I'm leaning back. We're working into something called Supta Virasana first. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. At this point, we will add in now some Chaturanga Vinyasa. Walk your hands back to your feet. Any way that you like. Stand all the way up, inhale. Any way you like. Don't even worry about it. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out to plank. Lower your body all the way down. This is Chaturanga, but all the way down, but all the way down, all the way down. Right elbow forward. Twist towards me. Ribs are lifted. Left foot in. Left hand goes along the inside of the left ankle. Square out the hips and the ribs. Yes, if you wish to draw the foot into the elbow, do so. 3, 2, and 1. I know. Oh, so good. Downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Stand all the way up any way that you like. Any way you like. Good. Exhale, forward fold. See, I'm not making a big deal. Inhale, exhale, walk out to plank. Lower the body all the way down. Send the left elbow forward. Lift the ribs up. You've got to get your ribs off of the mat in the front. Right? No low ribs. You've got to figure out how to get those up. Good, good, good. Okay, I'm going to twist a little bit to the right. Bring the right foot up. Right hand on the inside of the right ankle. Now, once you have the foot, you have to square your hip sockets and your ribs, right? Square them up. So the right hip socket has to come down to the mat, square up the ribs. You can pull the foot in, but you don't have to. Do not have to. Great. And downward facing dog. Woohoo! Good, good. Bend your knees to the mat. Scooch a little bit forward. Sit back on your heels. Supta Virasana. I'm going to use 2 blocks. I'm going to put 1 block where my ribs are going to be. Yep. I'm going to put another block where I think my head is going to be. Good. I'm sitting down between the heel bones. Already this is a challenge for many people. You feel the stretch across the knee. You feel the stretch across the hip sockets. Now, why am I stopping? We're stopping the vinyasa to do this static position. Why? Because if we have a lot of discomfort here, and you can add blankets, you can add a lot here, but if you have a lot of discomfort across the knee, the quad, and the hip socket, then camel pose, getting to the camel is going to be challenging. It's not complicated. See what I mean? See, if you're a natural back bender, there's no complication. You just go bloop, you go right back. That's Miss Allison. She bloop, right back. So that means that for the rest of us, we have to work on our challenges. You have to work, the further away a challenge is, the more you have to work on it. You have to start working on the challenge sooner and more often. I just told a client that today. He said, Cecily, why do you have me doing these jumping drills? I said, because you want to do handstands. He's like, but why are we jumping? I said, because to jump, you have to jump into the handstand, right? So we have to practice jumping because the jumping is the primary challenge. Okay, push yourself up. Oh, yes. Oh, mama, was it good? Was it good for you? So good. Good for you. Mary J. Blige, I'll just be just fine, just fine. Woohoo! Walk your hands back to your feet. Stand all the way up, inhaling, any way that you like. You can start to add more back bending. Exhale, forward fold. Now, I know the direction of the class, and I know that we're going to be doing a lot of back bending. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. So I am not adding a lot of back bending to the stand-up position. Downward facing dog. Let's walk the hands back to the feet, stand all the way up. So you notice I'm going to come up. I'm just very casual with my hands in the front. Walk out plank, lower the body down. Plank chaturanga, upward facing dog. So point the toes to the rear. The ribs go up and back. And downward facing dog. Woo-hoo. All right, right leg lift, please. Step the right foot forward, lunge. Drop your left knee. Place both hands on the right thigh. Left hand back for the left foot. Do you need to put a towel or a blanket underneath the left foot before you bend it in? If that is you, please do that. Then now you know that you need those things. Good. I'm going to bring my left ear down towards my left foot, like my left foot is talking to me. What are you saying? 3. What did you say? 2 and 1. Prasarita, Tanasana. Good. Turn to the left side of the room. Drop the right knee. Place both hands on the left thigh. Lift up. Good. There is hinge. There is hinge in this lunge. But this foot is way out in front. I'm going to reach back, the right hand for the right foot. Make your knee comfortable. Draw it in. And then it's as if my right foot is talking and I'm like, what? What are you saying? This is side bending. This has to do with your oblique abdominals as well as a pigeon of back bending. Prasarita, pigeon. Prasarita, Tanasana. Relax, relax, and fold. Good, good. Turn to the right side of your room. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So the quad should be opening. The spine, the ribs should be getting a little more supple. The back bending, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Ah, yeah. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out plank. Last time here, Chaturanga and the upward facing dog. We love it, but are you thinking about the camel pose in your upward facing dog? We should be thinking about camel pose, falling back, downward facing dog. Great, bend your knees. Let's sit back. So back bending, that means we must be going to the hamstring stretches. Again, this is splits. So right foot forward. You probably need a block. I'm going to use this block. I'm going to push the left knee further back. Tuck the back toe. Take a deep breath. Inhale. On the exhale, straighten both legs. 1. And bend. Well, I'm going to push the right foot a little more forward. Straighten both legs. 2. Yes. And bend. And I'm just going to keep pushing the knee back and the forward heel forward. We've got 3 more. Inhale, exhale. 3. Straighten both legs. Maybe just you're bowing down just a little bit. Breathe and bend. 2. Push the right heel forward. Look at how this leg is opening. It's all about opening here. And straighten both legs. I'm still using my block. Why not use the block? Yes, yes, yes. And bend. And I'm going to push all the way out. I'm going to push all the way out into my splits. Look at how the chin, chest, and shoulders are up. Look how I'm still using the block. 5. 4. Look at the back bending here. 3. It's more about back bending. 2. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh. And no, you didn't. And 1. Prasarita Tanasana. See this wide stance? You're going to come out to this wide position, and that's why we did all of that wide Prasarita. Well, turn to the left side, pivot on your feet, start on the high side with a block. All right, grab your block, use it. Just going to sort out my mat. Left foot forward. Okay, we got 5 times. Yeah, straighten. Hi, hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes, and I forget the words. Someone is saying, I love you. Ooh, Lionel Richie, right? Hello, is it me you're looking for? Ooh, look, I'm just stretching it out. Oh, no more drama in my life. I don't never want to hurt again. No more. Mary J. Blige. Look at all those 50-year-old people on the stage. Let's just stretch it out. They were so relaxed. I mean, there might be reasons they were relaxed, but I'm going to tell you, we get better with age. We get better with age. They were so like on their game. They were like, oh, they could probably do that whole show asleep. They all just did their little greatest hits that they must have done 1,000,000 times. Right? Look at Eminem rapping Snoop. It just, so easy for them now, right? Here you are in your splits. We go to Prasarita Tanasana. Okay, all right, stay calm. Yes, we're gonna go back to Chaturanga Vinyasa. Turn to the right side, lunge, downward facing dog, inhale, exhale. But this is what I mean about advanced class. It's not complicated. Splits are not complicated. They're just challenging. Arms overhead, inhale. Back bending is really not advanced. It's just physically can be challenging you. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. And that's okay. Meet the pose. Meet the work where you are. Downward facing dog. Once again, walk your hands back. No, I have not forgotten about the full fall back camel. It is coming. It is coming. Ooh, we go back and forward. Walk out, plank chaturanga, upward facing dog. Are you thinking about the camel pose in your upward facing dog? You have to be thinking about the strength in the legs, the suppleness of the spine, the openness of the ribs in the front, and downward facing dog. Yes, 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 yes. And bend your knees to the mat. Okay, we scooch forward and have a seat. Cool. Good. Now we're going to do Supta Virasana without the blocks. So separate the feet, keep the knees close together. The knees, the leg bones roll in. And that's why you want the knees fairly close together. I don't mind if they come apart a little bit. Yeah. Well, some folks will just want to go back to your elbows. You're like, yay, I'm good. I'm good. I remind people there's no back bend in this pose. So if you're on your elbows, look forward. Right? Look forward. If you want to go all the way back, try to tuck your tailbone so that more of your back goes down. You want to try not to have too much arching here. See, so I'm actually trying to take this part of my back and flatten it down. And then, of course, you can add the arms, reach back. Woo-hoo, 5. Feels so good. Hang in there. 4. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. 3. It's right. 2, 2, 2. Just hang in there. Meet the pose where you are on 1, chin to the chest. Hey now, and push up. Okay, downward facing dog. Right on. Cecily, are we going to do warrior 2? Any of those types of things at all? Nope, not today. Nope, nope. Right leg lift. Step the right foot forward, lunge. Prasarita, Tanasana. Good, standing all the way up, inhaling in this wide stance. Some side bending and back bending from this position. Arms overhead, lace your fingertips as best you can, right? Lengthen the arms. Now, please just lean to the right. It's not triangle pose. Just lean a little bit, come back up. Breathe. It's not complicated. To the left. Don't try to go as far as you can. Don't worry about that. Yes, and up. Breathe once more, just like that. To the right. Gotta understand what's happening between your upper torso, your hips, your pelvis, and your legs. You've got to stabilize the pelvis so your ribs can be more supple. Oh, and up. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Now we're going to add a twisting back bend to that. All of this to get us ready for a fall back camel. This goes out to my student, Flora. Flora is a natural back bender. She does all the back bending stuff, but she can't do a fall back camel. Flora, she says, I'm not good at back bending. While she reaches back and grabs her foot and brings her foot to the back of her head, I'm like, So listen, we're going to twist, turn your feet gently, both feet about 10 degrees to the left. Twist, twist, twist your ribs. Now, it's as much an idea of side bending as back bending. 5. Way back. 4. Way back. 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Hey now. Easy now. Yeah. Turn your feet about 10 degrees to the right. Now, some of you will think much more side bending, and some of you will naturally think quite a bit of back bending. It is a slight combination of both. 5. Look at the structure in the legs. Firm structure here. 4, 3. Lots and lots of back bending. 2, 2 with the twist, and 1. Hi. Forward fold, Prasarita, Tanasana. We like it. Turn to the left side of your room, plank, Chaturanga, almost done for the day. Upward facing dog, yay. Downward facing dog. Okay. Left leg lift. Step the left foot forward, lunge, drop the right knee. Place both hands on the left thigh. This is the little halo, the foot grab and halo inside your lunge. The right hand goes back for the right foot. We did this already. We try to get the right foot inside the right elbow. Then we listen listen to your right foot, and then touch your head. Once you can touch your head, your temple or your ear, yes, then you know that your hands can come together. 5, right, and 4. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. Yay! Prasarita, Tanasana. Again, all of this to get ready for our fall back camel. Turn to the right side. Plank. Yeah. Chaturanga. Come on now. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Yes, downward dog. Exhale. So, okay, the right leg will lift. Right foot step forward. Now remember, if you need something to make the knee comfortable, that's on you. Yeah, so now you know. Now you know. So this is why sometimes we do need to teach a little bit of a hinge, because some people think that they should not hinge forward, and then you're just sort of on a direct line here. And so some element of hinging has the potential of repositioning the patella bone. So now you're on the slope of the patella bone. So there's a lot of tracking, there's a lot actually to think about through all of that. So we're gonna reach back, grab the foot, right? You might be here, you might think, that's it for me. Again, it's not complicated, right? So it's like, well, my body can go there, I think. Yes, okay. Now, there is balance. There is a balance. The body tends to waver around here. So that's what you really want to focus on, is balance. Do you feel balanced, like you're not going to waver around right to left? And that's because your hip socket, once you're starting to open that hip socket, there's a loss of a kind of stability. Yes, it's a ruddering. The back leg starts to try to rudder, and you have to really push into the back foot for stability. Yay, stay on this right side. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Woohoo! Splits and back bends today. And the child's pose. Bend the knees, sit it back. Splits and back bends. Good. We're going to scooch a little bit forward, sit back on the heels, and get ourselves ready. Sometimes I will say there are 5 categories. 5 categories, like all of the poses fall into 5 categories. Splits. It's, even Warrior 2. Even Warrior 2 is actually a variation on splits. It's really splits with one knee is bent. It's a Warrior 2. So splits. Back bending. So even if you do a rock star or these foot grabs, a dancer's pose, these are all in the category of back bending. Splits and back bending go very well together, because when you're in splits, the rear leg is doing back bending. So splits and back bending go nicely together. What are the other categories? Arm balances, handstands, inversions. It's supporting yourself not with your feet or your knees, right? So handstands, arm balances, things like that, where we have energy in the front. Twisting and binding, twists and binds, other categories. I include in that category lotus pose. So sometimes I'll just say the lotus itself is its own category, yes? Twisting and binding the arms, twisting and binding the legs, like eagle pose, yes? And those are basically the categories. So here we are finishing our back bending. I'm going to come up, tuck the toes, come into my prayer position. Let's see where this goes. Sloping back, no hands. No hands. I just want to see, like, how far, where's the floor? Like, okay, like, can I keep going? Yes, no, I think so, maybe not. Okay, and come up. Good, and sit back. All right, we learned something. But you heard me, I try to show you the dialogue. These are actually the dialogues I have in my mind. Can I go a little bit further back? Maybe, who knows? Let's try, you know? Like, and notice I'm looking at the floor, not at the ceiling. Muy, muy importante. If you look at the ceiling, your brain is going to freak out because your brain is going, where's the floor? I don't, where are we going? Hey, I don't see anything. Where are we going? I can't even see the floor. And you'll come up, you won't go. But you know, isn't this interesting? Let's try it again. I tuck the feet. That is also muy importante, tuck the toes. If I simply look at the floor now, like, oh, well, that's not that far away. It's not that far away. Yeah, I mean, oh, like, all right. So now I'm a little bit twisted, looking back, going, I wonder, I mean, like, okay, I mean, I feel work, but at least I'm kind of seeing where this thing is going. And sit back. Are you with me? Some of you have gotten the popcorn. They're like, is she gonna go? Is she gonna go all the way back? Yeah. Now, I practice this a lot. So at this point, I am going to change. I'm not going to look sideways to the floor, but I want you all to know that I practice hundreds, thousands of times looking back until I just started to realize, like, oh, okay, it's not as far as we think. I do want to let you know, though, you're looking with your eyes, you're probably looking there. When you do this with your arms open, your hands go all the way back there, all the way back. Not, your hands won't finish here. They're going to finish way back there somewhere, okay? Here we go. What's going to happen? No more drama in my life. I don't never want to hurt again. No more pain. No more pain. No more pain. No more pain. No more drama in my life. I don't never want to hurt again. Now, sometimes in order to come back, I do go sideways, kind of like a break dancer. Notice that? Did you see that? Round of applause for me. Oh, downward facing dog will relieve the back bend. Did you do it with me? Some of you did it three. If Allison and Amy were doing this class, they've done it 3 or 5 times while I just did it once. Okay, let's come on in. Roll back on your back, give your knees a hug. Splits and back bending, that's what we did today. Now remember, all the other places to find me, Instagram.com/Cecily_yogi, right? YouTube, lots of vinyasa on YouTube. Good. A reclining pigeon pose, right ankle's gonna cross over the left thigh. I'm gonna draw the knees in, try to keep your tailbone down. Reach your arms around the outside of both legs, and draw in, right? Not necessary to get your hands on the shin bone. You just need the low outside of your thighs. Take a deep breath, lift your chin, chest, and shoulders, bring your nose and your forehead to the right shin. Now we straighten the left leg, reach the left hand up, maybe both hands up. Hold the position, but let the head and shoulders back. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give both knees a hug. Nice. A small bridge, both feet down, just to kind of start to even things out. So you can use a block. This could be a supported bridge. Why not? We already did a fall back bend. I did it. Did you do it? Good. And press up and down. Final pose, reclining pigeon, left ankle over the right thigh. Right? No, you don't have to lift your head yet. Just work the thighs. Just work both thigh bones into the body. You don't have to grab the knee, nothing like that. Just work both thigh bones into the body. Yes, work both thigh bones in. Now, you're going to lift your head and shoulders up. Bring your forehead to the left shin. From there, straighten the right leg. Send the right hand first, maybe to the calf, right? Doesn't have to be the foot. Then let your head and shoulders relax back. Broken heart again, another lesson learned. Sing it with me. No more pain. Oh. All right, let's give the knees a hug. Now remember, you can stay there and practice all of your yin restorative yoga. Give yourself an extra 5 minutes, maybe in Shavasana. I always sit up and sign off and say goodbye to you all. So we'll be back here on Facebook next Wednesday. Thank you very much for continued donations to venmo.com/Cecily-guest. It doesn't have to be a lot. Really, what it helps me know is that you use the classes and that you appreciate them. That's all. So $5, $50, anywhere more or less is fine, okay? So I look forward to seeing you soon. Check out master classes on my website. We're going to be March 12th and April 23rd at Studio Mix in San Francisco. If you're coming from out of town, something like that, just take a nice drive, take the master class, and you'll have a wonderful day with me and my yoga tribe. If you have any questions, send me a message in the DMs or on the chat on the website. My name is Cecily Guest, Yogi Cecily. Thank you all so very much for coming.